Daniella Stonefield and Ric Hollifield are here, and of course they are with ELEVÉ Properties. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you very much. We have to mention that is Charter One Realty, of course.
Charter One, of course, of course,
Yes.
of course. My bad, sorry. So we're going to take a look forward in a minute, but we have to kind of address this last year. And as we talked before filming, we kind of said 2020 and 2021 seemed like one just giant big fall of a year.
Yes.
So let's look back. Tell us what's been going on.
Well, so not to put too much emphasis on this because frankly it could take way more than the several minutes that we have, but 2020 was such an interesting year, as we know, for a number of reasons.
Yes.
But the thing that none of us could possibly have anticipated was the effect it would have on the real estate market, not just locally and not even just nationally, but globally as much as was possible given movement of populations at that time.
Yeah.
Fast forwarding to 2021, which of course we are now rounding out the end of that year, all of that demand has continued to grow, and the inventory that was available in 2021 that was being gobbled up was gone by 2021. And so
Right.
we saw the effects of supply and demand really start to hit. That's where all of these super high prices are coming from in a lot of markets. That's where all of these disappointed purchasers are coming from, people getting disillusioned with this process. I can't tell you, I have actually heard agents, no names of course, say to their clients, there's nothing out there, you might as well just put what you're looking for on Facebook and see if you have any luck.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
absolute insanity.
That
And of
is-
course,
yeah.
you know, we don't say anything about that. But my point is, even agents believe that, but it's actually not the case. If you look at the volume numbers, and when I say volume, I mean by units, the number of units under contract is about the same this year as it was in 2019. And
Right.
for perspective, 2019 was actually our banner year historically pre-pandemic.
Right.
So that was our strongest year up until COVID happened.
Yeah.
And so with all of that, we're seeing a very strong market still this year, and I think we're going to see it continue into 2022.
I agree.
Well, so let's go a little bit further into that. What are you thinking you're going to see in 2022?
Yeah, I think that we'll see an uptick in interest rates. You know, the inflation, anytime there's inflation, it causes the monetary unit, in our case the dollar, to devalue. As inflation rises, so will interest rates rise. So for people looking to leverage a mortgage to buy a house, you're going to have a little bit higher interest rate. However, we're starting to see more inventory come on the market. Now, that's not necessarily a big forecast for 2022, but as of right now, we are seeing more. And I think that as the pandemic kind of moves out of the US, older sellers will be more inclined to think about what we want in their next phase, in their next chapter, without being forced to think about it. And that'll bring on more homes too. So I think that we'll see a hiring or a raising of interest rates, which will then cause buyers to kind of come off the fence, and more inventory coming on. So it should kind of stabilize a bit in 2022.
So stabilizing, but still strong.
Yes.
Yeah. So I know that you guys talk a lot about being prepared. We've gone over that several times when
Yes.
you visited with us. And we've got about a little over a minute left, but I know you have a saying you want to talk about. Tell us a little bit about being prepared going forward.
Yeah, we've been hearing a number of people recently. I think, you know, these things tend to get kicked around in cycles. And the one that we've been hearing a lot recently is if you sleep on it, you won't sleep in it.
Yeah.
And that sounds to my ears very salesy. And so I reject using lines like that with clients. But this one actually has a lot of truth to it, because in this market where it is a strong, quickly moving market, there's a lot of accuracy to that. And so that's why we talk about the importance of being prepared, having all of your ducks in a row going in. As we move into this next year, we do expect this demand to level off just a little bit, the supply to be a little bit loosened. We're going to see a little bit of a higher interest rate coming in. So all these things are going to make it relatively easier, but it is still going to be a strong market.
Right.
And the fact of the matter is, indeed, if you sleep on it, you probably won't sleep in it. And having the information that you need is the thing that makes you not feel like you have to sleep on it.
You know, create a checklist to know what you need to know about every property that you're interested in. You know, the disclosures, the expense summaries, all of those types of things. Making a quick decision isn't a bad thing, as long as you have all the information to do so. So make sure that you do.
Exactly. And that's what we're here for.
Yeah, of course it is. Excellent. Always good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Happy holidays, and we'll see you in the new year.
Same
Sounds
to you.
good.
Thanks,
Thanks.
Betsy.